Hello and welcome to Temperance Tarot. My name is Jessica. I'm so excited to have you here today. So, for today, I am going to be doing a sacred exchange reading. I felt led to do this reading because I know that there's a lot of us out there that have felt like we have given everything that we could to see the things that we want to see come forward. And I do feel that a lot of us, especially during this eclipse season, we've just gone through so much and we've given up a lot and we've laid out a lot. But I do feel like there is a reason for the sacred exchange. And I feel like this is because we need to create room, create space, create energy for the things that we want, for the things that we desire. We are going to be reading from two decks today. The first deck is going to be the Thoth deck, which is going to be talking about your current energy. And then we're going to be going into the Rider Waite. And this is going to be the deck that is going to be showing us what is it that we're going to be leaving behind. What is it that Spirit's encouraging you to lay down for that is for you to come forward. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your sacred exchange reading. I am so glad that you have joined us today. Okay, so Cancer. All right, I have really enjoyed your readings. Don't tell all the other signs, but you're one of my favorite. You really are one of my favorite. I don't have any Cancer placement, and I really don't know a lot of Cancer signs, which is kind of interesting. I think I know one maybe, but there's something about your readings that I just feel I just want to hug you. I just want to hug you every single time. It's funny. My husband asked me today, like, what signs do you really enjoy doing? And I said, Cancer is one of my favorite. Um, I don't know what it is about your readings, but they always have a very beautiful and light energy. And even if the message is a little heavy, I just feel like there's something about you that I I want to be around you. So, as I was getting ready to do your reading, I was cleansing your space. I was igniting my cleansing sage, and I noticed that the fire in my sage was like very deep. It's I've been having such a difficult time with this sage. I need to get a new one because I don't know what's going on. But anyways, it's besides the point. But your fire was so deep. Like I could see that it was lighting and it was going deeper and deeper and deeper. And I was like, oh no, this is gonna take forever to shut off. Um, and it's interesting because obviously like you're water, so you're not a very fiery person per se. I mean, unless you have some kind of fire placement in your chart, but I feel that you're usually very easygoing. And I feel like there's something about you right now, Cancer, that is like, you mean business. You mean business. And I'm trying to remember some of your past readings. Um, and I want to say that you've been really working on like boundaries. You've been working on, just making sure that you and your loved ones are protected. And I feel like almost maybe you are lighting some sage and you are making sure that that sage is like cleansing every single like corner of your space. Um, but I feel like you've done something this last maybe 90 days or so that has completely shifted like your reality almost like I want to say that you almost kind of felt like you were I just feel like in a way you were kind of living in fear, which is not really like you, but I feel like there was so much going on that it was just making you very very defensive, very like just I don't know, you were living in fear, like very fight or flight kind of mode. And it just caused you to just, ignite this fire within you, like to say, no, enough is enough. And so we have the Nine of Swords here, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Four of Wands as well. Okay, so the nine, the nine of the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you've definitely you have fought some battles. You had to cut some people off. Like, I'm almost seeing you, like, not literally, but like you chopped some heads off. Like, you told people some things you needed to say. And I think that's why this is like, like a almost like a fiery type of energy, because you did what you needed to do. And this has brought a lot of harmony into your life. Like, this new found, like, courage or strength that you have, like, discovered because of this fire side of you that you tapped into, has shown you that, like, it's okay to, to push some buttons sometimes. It's okay to say some things that some people don't want to say, because, it's like you're bringing the truth to light. Obviously, I'm not encouraging anyone to be a jerk or like to go around just like saying whatever they want to say. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I feel like, I think, especially you being a Cancer and someone that's just a very, empathetic, but also you're an empath. Like, you really do feel what's going on around you. Like, you almost sometimes tend to internalize it. But because you're so sensitive to everything around you, like, I don't think you'll ever intentionally just go out and just like, I'm just going to tell this person what I think and that's it. I don't care. Like, there's a reason why you said some of the things that you said. Like, there was a purpose behind it. Like, there was things that needed to be said that no one else had the courage to say, or no one thought that you would ever say it. So I do feel like this new, almost like this new part of your identity now. Like, it has brought almost like peace to you. Like, there's something that it really has brought a new peace, where you're just like, you know what, you're no longer living in fear. You're no longer living in fear what everybody else is going to say, like what, what they think. It's not that you ever did, you know, care. Like, you're very unique, you're very free spirited. But I think there was just something about this, that what you did, the actions you took, that needed to be done to complete this part of your journey, your cycle, like, that was not was, I'm sorry, that is going to propel you into the next part of your new experience. Like, there's something that sealed this old life now, and opened the door to, like, gave you the key basically to open the door to step into this new version of you now. Like, there is a completion here. I think the completion could be, the past, like, the past cycles, the past, with like people pleasing, allowing people to like overstep boundaries. Like, that's done. Like, that part of you is just, it's done. Like, you nailed up that coffin, it is buried, it's done. Like, that's complete, because you have found a new identity in this, like, fiery side of you. So that's really, really cool. Like, I'm really excited for that for you, Cancer. So, like I said, your readings always bring light, and I always feel so loving. And I feel like this doesn't take away from the person that you are. Like, you're still loving, you're still light, you're still funny. Like, there's still something very, very almost kind of childlike about you. Um, but there's a new you. And I feel like it's interesting, because these are the things that Spirit's asking you to, to consider setting aside, And it's interesting because I think with the Page of Cups, um, I think it's here to show you like, yes, there is a childlike side of you, but you're not a child. Like, don't let anyone speak to you as if you don't know what you're doing. Like, you're very capable. And I think with this new fire, just spark that you have, like, this isn't this isn't even going to be a thing anymore. Like, people are going to take you seriously from this point on. But I feel like more than anything, you need to take yourself seriously. You really need to, if you set a boundary, you need to remind yourself of that boundary. Like, there's a reason why you set this boundary. There's a reason why you have to once in a while kind of like speak up, like why once in a while you got to speak the truth, and of course I know that you always do it with love. With the Tower, why is this in the position of leaving it behind? Let's get a card of clarification. What I'm kind of sensing is that I feel like Spirit's saying, like, you don't need to be in this energy anymore of, like fight or flight. Like, you don't need to think that you're constantly going through a Tower moment. You don't need to always feel like, oh my God, what else is going to happen? Like, what else is going to happen? And also, I feel like that with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel that also this could be with burnout. You you're such a hard worker and you're so dedicated, but you can go until you just can't anymore. And like that Cancer, like, I just don't think that energy is going to serve you. Like, there's something about burning out, and that could be one of the reasons why you always feel like you're like in a Tower moment, or you're about to go through a Tower moment, because you just push yourself to the point where you're just like, what else is going to happen and what else is going to go wrong? Like, you don't have to do that to yourself. And I feel like this is a lot of like self-induced Tower moments that aren't even necessarily Tower moments. They just feel like they're Tower moments, okay? But I think it's because of the burnout. I'm sensing you just really pushing yourself to like the point of like depleting yourself. And that's just not, it just doesn't have to be that way. Okay. And so we have the Three of Swords. All right. So, Three of Swords. Um, I feel that I'm hearing the word forgiveness. So whatever happened here, the heartache that you felt, it's time to begin the forgiveness process. Now, forgiveness is going to look different for everyone. But I feel like what Spirit is encouraging you to do is to begin that healing process. And maybe, I know it's not always easy to forgive other people, but maybe start by forgiving yourself, knowing what it does, to forgive yourself, or, just to release yourself of like some mistakes maybe that were made. I feel like this heavy heart, it just can't go. It isn't going to benefit you. And I just feel like the forgiveness is going to free up a lot of like time and energy in this new chapter of your life, because it just, I feel like that is going to be a sacred, like a sacred exchange, in the sense where like you're going to give up your broken heart or your wounded heart for a whole full heart of just peace, love, joy, laughter, which is you. Like, that is who you are, Cancer. Like, you are just such a beautiful being. To carry this like wounded heart, it's just so out of your character. And I think Spirit is asking you just to lay that down. Leave it behind. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't, like, you don't need to carry it as a badge of honor of like, you know, yes, like, I overcame this, or I did. Like, you don't have to do that. Okay, Spirit, would you give us a word of empowerment to seal this reading for Cancer. Um, Cancer, I would love to hear if you are willing to share, like what is it about this wounded heart that makes you feel like you need to take it with you? Because I feel like you know that it's only weighing you down. So if you'd love to share, I would love to hear. Okay, so let's seal this reading with your word of empowerment, and it is called Ancestral Wisdom. It says, I am worthy. I carry within myself the potential of all the lessons and strength of 10,000 ancestors who came before me. I will trust myself, my intuition, and my wisdom. Yes, I feel that a lot of what happened here, the reason why this like new fiery side of you has, come up or has been birthed is because you have trusted yourself. You have trusted your intuition. And I do feel like you have a powerful connection with your ancestors because like there's a wisdom within you. Like there's things that when you steps I just feel like Cancer, like you can go somewhere and you can immediately like, oh yeah, I feel like something happened here. Like I feel like you just know the people that have stepped there like hundreds of years before you. And there is something about you being the sensitive person that you are that allows you to see beyond the things that other people can. So I feel like this is something you definitely need to trust maybe a lot more often. And I also feel that you're going to be receiving more and more messages from your ancestors and maybe even from past lives. Okay, and I think that's one of the reasons why Spirit's encouraging you to, to heal this wounded heart because that can really cause a lot of interruption. I feel like it's almost like kind of like, and I feel like just it's a perfect depiction, like where lines can get crossed with the swords, like it's showing like just different like lines. I feel like cutting like lines of communication. I feel like the wounded heart can really do that and cause that. So you don't want to miss any of these messages that your ancestors are trying to send to you. So thank you so much, Cancer. I'm so glad that you have joined us today. And if this spoke to you, please like and share. And I will talk to you guys next time.